Welcome, everybody, to the Woodbridge Channel's coverage of high school sports. Tonight, we're on the campus of JFK High School for a matchup between the Mustangs and the Tigers of Linden. I'm Craig Coughlin. I'll be bringing the game with my colleague and friend, Phil Hall. Phil, 0-5 versus 2-2. On paper, not a good matchup, but never you throw those out the window, right?
You absolutely can. And you know, it's interesting because the Mustangs of JFK, they actually started the season off last year and they lost like 4 or 5 games in a row, and then towards the end they won a couple. So this year they thought would be more promising, and they started off the same way. But I think if you notice the scores, they were getting blown out in the first part of the season by 20 or so points. Now they're losing respectfully the last 2 games by 2 and 6 points. So I think it's going to be a good matchup.
So we'll see if that progress continues. It feels like a fall football night. The lights are on, the crowd's coming in, and we're excited. We're ready for the start of an exciting game. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back with the start in just a minute. And welcome, everybody. Phil Hall, Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you on a Friday night. The Tigers of Linden have won the toss, and they will receive.
Craig, before we get started, I'd just like to mention the player for the Tigers, Linden Tigers, who passed away, and they had his services, I think, last Thursday. He was a sophomore, Xavier McLean, and he died after a football injury that he sustained 2 weeks later. And we just want to make sure that we give our thoughts and prayers to their family, to Linden High School, and certainly football community at large.
That's so true, Phil, and incredibly tragic. It offends the natural order when someone as young as that dies. It is. I can't imagine, as a parent, I can't imagine anything more devastating. And so our sincere sympathies go off to the McLean family. That's just something that's going to hang over this football team's head for the rest of the season. I'm sure they've also dedicated themselves to trying to win in his honor. But nonetheless, a tragic loss. On to football. Diego Mazzara is set to kick off for the Mustangs. Back deep to receive. And it's a short kick, rolling around at about the 40, and falling on there by Whittier Booker, number 6. And so the Tigers will go to work, 1st and 10 at, let's see where they spot it. It's going to be, they haven't spotted it yet, Phil.
Looks like the 40.
It's going to be the 40, yep. Right on the 40-yard line. Oh, hair short.
So they start out with great field position, so if they're going to score. Now, Linden has a tendency to run the ball. They have excellent running backs, and they're pretty quick. So we'll see how the defense of JFK holds up. That's been a problem with them recently, and that's why, but they seem to have turned it around defensively. They're not allowing as many teams to score.
Quarterback is number 2, Taquan Thomas. He hands it up. There's a big burst up the middle. Moses is taken down at about the 25, but a big gain there, or 35 yards on the first play from scrimmage for Cordell Moses. He's a senior.
5'11" running back, 180 pounds, and he looks like a prospect to me.
He does. Good size, 5'11", 180. And he looked like he could really accelerate. He blew out out of starting gates.
Well, it does say a lot about the offensive line too. They did open up the hole.
Thomas hands it off again to Moses. Moses this time is wrestled down. Let's see who that. That was number 33 for the Mustangs. That is Yusef Abdallah. Sorry.
That was a good play. There was no yardage gain on the play, so it's 2nd down and 10.
And that'll bring up. They operate, Linden does, out of the shotgun. We got a flag on the play. Let's see what that was about.
Now, I'm sure JFK has scouted them, but their quarterback, Thomas, is also just as quick, and he runs the ball extremely well. So they're going to have to control him in the pocket and make sure he doesn't run out, because that's something he'll look to do if he gets a lot of pressure.
Right by the band, folks, so you get it live.
They're excited. I'm excited. Friday night football under the lights.
Hand off to Moses this time. He's trapped in the backfield and then brought down by Mark Roche. A little bit of a gain on that play, not much.
JFK seems like they made a quick adjustment after that big run on the first play.
Yeah, they did. And that's good for the Mustangs. We talked about their ability to adjust and make some progress out the course of the year. You saw it right here today. So good coaching by our friend, Michael Henderson. Fakes the handoff. Now he's going to throw down the middle. Wide open was number 3. Evan Richardson, but the ball was a little bit underthrown. And Richardson can't come up with it.
Difficult to see the angle, but it looked like it was catchable, but it was a little bit to the right.
So good work by the Mustangs to get off the field after the long run to open the game. Let's take a look at that pass again. You can see
drops back.
Time. He's open. Just I threw it out. I was wrong. It wasn't underthrown. It was just thrown too wide. And he couldn't get up there. So they're going to go for it though. On 4th and 4, fakes the handoff again. Rolls right, looking for somebody downfield. Gets in trouble, and a nice stop there by JFK. Phil, they weren't fooled.
Yeah, I told you Thomas is capable of running. I think that they saw the one-on-one play on the play before and felt that their wide receiver could get open. And I think once they covered him in anticipation thereof, he couldn't throw it to him, so he started to run.
So after one big play, the Mustang defense looked pretty terrific on those.
They were actually stifling, yeah, they were stifling, sure.
So the Mustangs take over on downs at their own 32. Handoff is to Richardson. I'm sorry, I was giving you the wrong name before. I was looking at the wrong place. Number 3 is Devin McClintock. Linden, that's who the pass was intended for. That was Richardson who ran the ball. Picked up about 3, I guess, on that play, Phil. And it'll be 2nd and 7 for JFK.
Well, if they do 3 times, they'll have an opportunity for a first down, so it's a good start.
Brandon Rivera is the quarterback. He operates out of the shotgun and hands it off inside again to Richardson. Not a lot of room there.
No, Linden collapsed on the hole, blocked it. He had nowhere to go, so he started to go outside, but they picked it up really nice.
Yeah, they were there. The swarm on. Nice view of Evan Richardson right there. He's a senior.
Yeah, outside of a big run from Moses, the battle in the trenches has really been a standstill.
3rd down, still 7 yards to go.
So JFK on this hefty pass.
Mustangs look over to the sideline for some instruction.
Two receivers to his left, one goes in motion.
Motion this time by Ruiz. That'll be a first down for JFK. see the Mustangs huddle up. Let's tell you who is in the starting lineup for JFK. Let's start at the line, Phil. We don't usually get to talk about those guys too much. Elias Santos is number 52. Dwayne McFarland, number 53. Number 58 is Xavier Hernandez. Handoff this time to Richardson. He goes left this time, and he's run out of bounds after just a small gain, maybe 2 on the play. Number 56 is Miguel Alvarez. Number 73 is Jeremiah Babola. Number 11 is Gabe Perez. Number 7 is Angel Ruiz. Number 10 is Mark Roach. Number 3 is Evan Jefferson. Let's call the play. Richardson again, got some room, makes some room. Now makes a nice spin move. He's down to the 35, inside the 35 to about the 33. That was a nice run.
Beautiful run. He did everything he had to do to get open and get away and get free. I was very, very impressed when he spun away from the defense.
Yusuf. Look, we see the run again. He cuts outside. Now he cuts it back inside. Nice little spin move there to pick up some extra yardage. And then he's taken down at the thing. Who's one? Finishing out the starting line, number 33 is Yusuf Abdallah. And number 1, the quarterback, is Brandon Rivera, who just handed that one to Richardson. Richardson picked up, let's call it 5 on that play. So that'll bring up second. Well, I think they're going to give him 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6.
The game is to the 31-yard line. 2nd down and 7 for the Mustangs.
So yet to see a pass from the Mustangs, and we won't hear, as Richardson goes straight ahead this time. They picked up some 4. Tell you what, that offensive line of JFK is looking strong.
Looking very strong, and that's what they need. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't throw the pass either if I had this kind of success running the ball.
Well, we did see a little bit of explosiveness in that first series, after at least on one play for Linden. So I think if the Mustangs can keep the ball, run some clock, and get a score, that would be sort of the best scenario for them. Gabe Perez comes way wide here to the left. Swings it out into the flat to Mark Roche. He picks up the first down. Nice play, first complete pass of the game.
Excellent play, and I think they were thinking about the run too, and it looked like power right, so I'm sure they were anticipating running through it right out to the flat, and he gained about, 4 or 5 yards?
Yeah, well, and enough for a first down, so first down Mustangs at the 24-yard line, 23-yard line. They're on the drive.
Moving the ball well.
They are. Rivera takes the snap, throws this one. This one is complete. Nice move by Roche. He breaks the tackle and then spins down inside the 15 to about the 14. Nice play on that one. Pickup of 9.
Here we go. Let's see that again, Craig.
Looks calm in the pocket, doesn't he? Gets
yes.
Pressure on the outside, but calmly does a nice move there by Roche to avoid 2 tacklers and then another. So the Mustangs on the march.
Yeah,
2nd and 2.
Stiff armed the one guy and went right by him.
Richardson again. This time he's brought down by Miles Hamilton.
Kennedy's moving the ball well, whether it be passing or running.
Hammett line for the Tigers.
Looking for a play from the sidelines, coming over.
Yeah, big third down here. I don't know what kind of kicker. Here's one of the things that we don't generally know, folks. We don't know how long the leg is of the JFK kicker, so we don't know if they can make a 30-yarder or a 20-yarder for that matter. So this is a big third down. Third and, looks like they're 4. Let's say they
Third and 3.
Now he tries to keep it himself. It was hiked directly to Richardson, but he is trapped in the backfield. He'll lose 2 on that play. Now it's going to be 4th. And let's see where they're going to mark it. It's on the 20, I guess between the 23 and the 24-yard line. They got to get, you can see the post there. They've got to get down to the 13.
Looks like 7. Oh, 4th and 6.
They're going to try a field goal. All right, so here we see Diego Mazzara is in to try the field goal. Snap is back. The kick is up, and it is off.
Ooh, hit the pole.
Hit the pole and goes through. It's good.
Great start for JFK.
So with 2:14 to go, rattled it around and went it through.
So, Craig, JFK actually moved the ball extremely well. It looks like they're going to be stopped in the first set of downs. They weren't doing very well, 1, 2, 3 yards at a time. They had that big run by Richardson, helped them out, then they gave them the ball. And then I think they threw Linden off a little bit with the 2 passes, which gained some yardage. Went back to the running game, and it wasn't as successful as it was initially, but they settled for a field goal. And guess what? 3 points is 3 points.
It is. And, you know, in high school, field goals can be rare, so that's a good one. Something to watch and to remember later on in the game, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how, maybe we get another look at that field goal. He hit the post and went through, so he played it like a pinball. I think it was about a 31-yarder, so. Cordell Moses back deep to receive the kick, along with Miles Hamilton.
Cordell Moses has the speed, so.
Another short kick, like an onside kick, but goes right into the arms of number 21. That's Francie Francois.
So they're avoiding kicking the ball to Moses, obviously, because he has the speed.
Right.
But it surprises me because they're not kicking it so the ball has any kind of wobble with the attempt that they would fumble and recover it. They're actually giving them great field.
You're right. On the opening kickoff, they started at their 40. This time it's going to be further along. Yeah, they'll be at the 47.
Exactly. So they got half the field beat already.
Yeah, if they're going to squib it, you would think they'd squib it further back into the middle of the field, but I guess they are, as you point out, Phil, concerned about the explosiveness of the returners.
Yeah, Cordell Moses can run. So here we go, JFK defense. Let's see what they do in this round.
Hametlon and Moses are back there. Moses takes the snap, hands it off inside this time. Nice move there by number 6. He's got a lot of room. He's got one man to beat, but he can't beat him. Number 18 was there for the Mustangs to pull him down. Lee Tobon.
It was Alex Dunnick on the run.
Now it's Quadir Booker.
Oh,
inside
6,
handoff to Booker. He makes a nice cut back here. Breaks it, slips over a tackle there, really. And that's a nice play by Tobon along with to get off of his blocker and come out and make the play, because otherwise it was a touchdown. Abdallah also in there. Moses keeps it, and he will head down to inside the 20, down to about the 16, it looks like. So second and short now for Linden. They've come right back, and Phil, to your point, that starting off with the short field has really been an advantage to them.
Yes, 2nd and inches, so I'm sure they'll get this. 2nd and 2 looks like.
Thomas gets it to Booker again. Booker gets dragged out. inside the 5, down to about the 2, maybe the 3. First down, though, for the Tigers.
So it'll be first and goal on about the 2-yard line. We talked about the adjustment Kennedy made in the first series, but it looks like they're not doing very well now.
And off.
It's going to be touchdown Tigers. As they pick
Let's see who that was. It's Alex Donnick, who is the ball carrier.
quick score.
And I didn't see the touchdown signal. So touchdown Linden with 46 seconds to go. On a 2-yard run. And for the extra point is Jimenez. His kick is up and no good. So he misses it wide right. And take another look at that touchdown. A power formation right there, hands it off. Nice move, just goes up, puts his head down, and gets over the goal line. Nothing fancy about that play.
Burrowed right in.
Alumni Association will induct its 2022 Hall of Fame class at the Woodbridge Community Center.
Extra point was no good, and so the Mustangs now trail 6-3.
Of the 3 high schools. The Kennedy inductees are Paul Gretzky, class of 77. Jameson Panko, class of 90.
And let's see how the Mustangs respond. They looked good in that first possession, moving the ball before it stalled, and they had to kick the field goal. But let's see how they do this time. There we see number 11, Gabe Perez, back deep, along with number 7, Angel Ruiz. Jimenez set to kick it off for the Tigers. Jimenez is 5'11", 160-pound senior.
Number 20, Jimenez kicking off for the Tigers.
Kicks an end-over-end kick. It's going to get taken at about the 15. He's out to the 20, the 30, 35, out to about the 39-yard line goes Gabe Perez. So good return and good field position for the Mustangs, Phil.
Yeah, he picked up about 15 yards on that. Give him an opportunity to get back into the game, perhaps take over the lead. I think that Linden feels that they can run against them now, so that's going to be an issue, I think, for the rest of this game. Kennedy was running against them. They've established that, but let's see how they do now in this second series.
I have the air grounds.
Rivera takes the snap, hands it off to Richardson. He's kind of looking for some room. Finds a little bit, gets out to the 42, so a pickup of about 3. Good run by Evan Richardson. He had to work his way through that one. Now looks like we got a penalty. No, I guess not. No, they're just saying second down.
2nd and 7, gain of 3.
17 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and let's see if the Mustangs run another play. They will. 5 seconds to go. Let's see if they get it off. I think they're not. I think they're just going to let the clock run out. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter with the score, Linden 6 and JFK 3. We'll be back in just a minute. Stay with us, everybody. And welcome back, everybody. I think it was an impressive drive for JFK. I think they showed a little bit of gun. Ooh, almost picked off there by number 3. That was Devin McClintock. I think it was a good first quarter for the Mustangs. They showed the ability to move the ball. They threw it a little bit, a couple of times for completions. The defense looked good on the first drive. Then the second drive, the couple of runs really looked, they looked powerful for the Tigers. But all in all, 6-3, not bad with the ball.
I
And
don't
good
think
field
so.
position.
At home,
You?
I think you're doing well.
Mustangs break the huddle. Rivera takes the snap, fades back. He's going to throw a screen. Got tipped at the line of scrimmage and almost got picked off. It wasn't at the line of scrimmage. He got tipped. And that'll bring up. Yeah, it'll bring up 4th down. Let's take a look at it again. Good way to handle pressures to let him get through, but you got to get it a little higher back there. And that had trouble written all over. I think the intended receiver was covered. So I think the Mustangs a little bit fortunate there, Phil, that it found the turf.
Closest one to it was the guard.
Yeah. Moses back to run a little bit high. Richardson is the punter. Nice height on that. Not too long. It's down at about the 37. Takes a bounce for JFK. And then got scooped up there by Taquan Thomas. And he was brought down pretty quickly by Lee Tobon. And again, Phil, 3rd time now that Linden's going to have great field possession to start.
Exactly. I'll tell you what, though, I would love to see that JFK comes in with the same type of attitude to aggressively play defense and stop the ball carrier like they did in the first series, and then we'll see if they can stop them, get good field position, and then get the ball back and move it and score.
Crowded. Inside handoff this time to Moses. He's stopped in the backfield. Nice play there by the Mustang defense.
Great
they broke
play.
Through, put pressure on him.
Penetrated, stopped them
Roche in there.
Stopped them from getting the ball. He actually lost a yard or two, didn't they, Greg?
Yeah, yeah. So it'll bring up 2nd and 11. Got a penalty flag on the play. And let's see what that's about.
Got to be illegal motion.
Okay, dead ball, false start on the offense.
Oh,
5 yards, 2nd down.
False start against Linden, and that'll push him back 5 more yards, and that'll bring up 2nd and 16.
It's one of the few mistakes Linden has made.
Yeah, first penalty of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
It's 4 men down along the front line for JFK. Fakes the handoff, does Thomas, and then he is met right there at about the line of scrimmage, brought down hard by big number 9.
Oh, what
Leo
sportsmanship. Did you see that?
Sadowski.
2 Kennedy players helped the quarterback up.
That was nice.
That was very nice. We like to see that in sports.
Yes, we did.
Kudos to Kennedy's football team and the coaching staff. That's something that you don't find in today's game. Everything is so competitive. So 3rd and 16.
Let's see if they throw the ball. They've been very successful on the ground. Haven't thrown the ball. I don't know if they've thrown it at all. We're going to see it. Thomas fades back. Lots of time. Throws it out at the 50, and it's complete to 52. Nice pass and catch there. Jawan Lee was the receiver. And that's a big gain for Linden.
He's a wide receiver and a linebacker.
Tough one for the Mustangs, right?
Yeah, after stopping them and pushing them back, lost a few yards, a penalty.
About 30 yards on that play.
If they had stopped them, they would have got the ball in great field position.
Inside Kennedy. It's half of the field now. The Tigers.
Donick in motion, goes across.
He keeps it this time, Thomas does. He's got a lot of room to run, and then he gets hit down hard. Nice hit there by number 3 for the Mustangs, Evan Richardson.
That was a great hit to stop him.
Let's give you that defensive lineup for the Mustangs. Number 5 is Manny Perez Keano. Number 77, looks like a big guy, Matt Smith. Oh, no, that's 76. Mohammed Nasser is number 77. He looks like a big guy. See him right there in the middle. He's got to be 6'4". Thomas takes the snap, hands it off inside to Moses. He's got a hole and he's got a touchdown. Nobody's going to catch him. Curdell Moses runs 30 yards for the touchdown, and the Tigers go up on top, 12-3. Moses had a lot of room, and once he got past that line of scrimmage, he was off.
He got to have 75, 80 yards already. 8 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the second quarter.
I still think the pass play was the big play on that drive. I mean, look, the touchdown run's a touchdown run. But that's when the Mustangs had it going, a little bit of momentum they had, and pushed going in the wrong direction, and they make the big pass. Thomas now they're going to try for 2. Thomas rolls right, gives it a little flip, and it's caught for the 2-point conversion. Who was that? Number 7. That's Miles Hamilton.
What's interesting about it is they obviously don't have enough confidence in the kicker to kick a field goal, so they went for the 2. And
here's the touchdown by Moses again. It's hit, kind of hit in the backfield. Gets it right through the hole, and he's off. Yeah, there's nobody going to catch him there. Tucks it in and runs.
Explodes with great speed.
So a 2-point conversion.
So Kennedy has a little score to make up here. (14-3).
Yep. So they got to get something going here. They need to take some clock. Look, that first drive by the Mustangs was very effective. They moved the ball, they scored, and they took off probably 6 or 7 minutes of the first quarter. It looks like, just from the here, Phil, that the Linden Tigers are much more explosive.
Yes.
And so Coach Henderson's going to have to come up with a way to keep the Mustangs on the field on offense. And here comes the kick. High end over end kick. It's going to take it at about the 15, out to the 20. Goes right, cups it upfield. Nice play. Pass at 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And then down at about the 45-yard line of the Tigers is Gabe Perez. Nice play by Perez.
Took the ball, went to the outside, ran down the sideline, gained yards. In great field goal position, great field position.
Let's take a look at this again. Heads up field, cuts it to the right, makes a tackler miss. Now he's got some room. Now it's a bit of a foot race. And they come over and knock him out of bounds. So Mustangs gonna feel some energy from that. Rivera takes the snap, but first we have a penalty flag.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5 yards, first down.
5-yard penalty against the Mustangs.
That'll push the Mustangs back 5 yards. And they'll start first and 15 at the JFK 49-yard line. That's a tough penalty. You get the big play on the kickoff return, and bam, just as you're about ready to get going. Inside handoff this time. Richardson has nowhere to go.
That hole closed very quick. Linden was all over it.
Yeah, that was a stop by the entire Linden front seven. No gain on the play. No, I'm sorry, lost the. Yeah, no gain. I'm going to mark it at the 48, so it'll cost them a yard.
So 2nd and 16.
Richardson going to come off the field. No, he's not. He's lining up far right. Takes the snap. He's in trouble. He's going to get rushed and knocked down by. I think it's Hamilton. I'm just going to call the young fella Hamilton. They got it typed with an L in the middle there. I'm going to call him Hamilton. Miles Hamilton.
Yes, that's who it was. He plays linebacker and wide receiver.
I think it's just misspelled. Okay. Hamilton, like the former Secretary of Treasury. And that's going to make it 3rd and a mile. Rivera had no chance on that one, Phil.
No.
Homecoming night tonight, so we'll see the homecoming festivities at halftime. Rivera now throws it over the middle. That's a nice pass. Complete out to the down to the 40. Cuts back. That's going to make it a tough call for Coach Henderson. I think he's probably going to go for it, but a nice pass and catch there by Rivera and Aiden Roach. I'm sorry, Mark Roach. I assume his brother.
Let's watch that again, Craig.
Just lays it right in there. Nice. He catches it in stride, does Roach. Got a lot of room. Now he cuts it right. Cuts it back up the field to try to get the first down. He cuts back in and brought down there. Let's see. No, they're going to call it. I thought that was the first down line. All right.
No.
I was wrong. So it's going to be 4th and 4.
They're going for it.
Well, it's a tough place, right? Too far for a field goal, I suspect.
Well, not only that, that's where they've been giving the ball to Linden the whole time.
Yeah, if they punt it from here, they could play field possession, but now I suspect we'll see the punt as JFK jumps.
Dead ball, full start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, repeat 4th down.
Now, and so on the punting team will come.
False start, 5-yard penalty, pushes them back. They got to go for 4th and 8, so punting team will come on and hopefully hold them back to below the 40 or 50-yard line. But
well, this will be a chance to swing the field if they can. So disappointing performance after the big play by Perez on the kickoff return. Richardson's the punter. I think that's Moses back to receive. Almost blocked, and he got knocked down, and there's a penalty flag on that. This is all coming back, folks. McClintock runs right, and he's brought down at around the 23, but I think we're going to get a roughing the kicker penalty, and that would be a first down.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker on the defense. 15 yards, automatic first down.
Big break for the Mustangs as they pick it up. Let's look at it again.
Yeah, let's watch this roughing the kicker.
Man, he ran right in. Yeah, he was headed for him. He didn't get a piece of the ball. He tries to help him up and go,
yes.
Oh, yeah, hey, we're all friends.
And that was Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton hit him.
Well, big break for JFK because we like to see that. You know, they came downfield, they did everything they needed to do, and then 1 or 2 plays, a bad,
so
penalty, and they got pushed back, and they were just out of range.
Mustangs inside the 20, inside the 30. Richardson looking for a little bit of room, and has just that, a little bit of room, and picks up not more than a couple. So let's call it 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs. Clock continues to roll. A little under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 14-3. Linden on top. Phil Hall, Craig Coughlin, happy to be with you. It looks like sun. Look at how bright those lights are, Phil.
Absolutely.
The cheerleader. It is not a day game, folks. It is a night game. And as we said at the outset, it feels a little bit like fall. Nice little nip in the air. Not real cold.
Player's dream, play under the lights.
Yeah.
When the band comes on, I'm doing the thing.
And we got a whistle again.
Out green.
And Mustangs call a timeout before the snap. Their first of the half. They'll have 2 left.
2nd and 8. Henderson must have saw something he didn't like, and they have an opportunity in the field position that they have to.
Well, it's a good timeout, right?
Right, to do something good.
I mean, they got, you know, under 5 minutes to go, so they're not likelihood to need them again to stop the clock or anything. It's their first half, so get this right. Mustangs got a break on the roughing the kicker penalty.
Ball's on the
Kept the drive
28-yard
along
line.
after a big run by Gabe Perez to start this possession. On the kickoff after the Moses touchdown. So Mustangs need to get something done here. They really could use a score here, Phil. Mazzara has a good leg, but they're thinking about a touchdown right here. And that would be just what the doctor ordered for JFK.
That and a field goal bring him right back into the game.
Last 5 minutes of this first half, Mike's pumped up because I pronounced his name right for the first time in this broadcast. Anyway, back to the action. It's 14-3. Once again, we're
Roche in the backfield. He'll stand next to Rivera. Richardson behind him. Roche going to throw down the right side. Complete. Nice pass and catch to Angel Ruiz, who made a nice catch, and he stepped out of bounds at about the, let's see where they mark it.
One heck of a pass, one heck of a catch.
It really was. Perfect placement on that pass.
Let's see that again, Craig. Drops back, throws it immediately.
Yep. Nice catch.
Over the shoulder.
I think they got cheated a little on that spot. Looks
I
like
think
they're
so,
going to put it at
too.
the 5. I think it should be closer to the 2, maybe the 3.
I thought it was the 2. Ref was right. He was right there, though. So
Richardson going to try it up the middle again. Not there. Booker there to meet him, and he'll just drive him back. I think they'll stop it at forward progress at about the 6. That'll bring up 2nd and goal. Mustangs had a couple of runs early on where they found some room to run it up the middle. But since then, Linden has shut down JFK. It'll be interesting to see what they do here if they try to run wide.
looks like they lost a yard. It's 2nd and 6.
Number 26 in the game now, Anthony Perez for the Mustangs. He'll go wide left. Richardson in the backfield is going to throw it. Throws it out into the flat intended for Perez. A little bit low, and so that'll bring up 3rd and goal now.
Underthrown, but Perez was wide open.
Yeah, he had. The play design was good. Coach Henderson called a good play. A little bit short on the throw by Rivera. And so that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Now, what do you think, Phil? They playing for a touchdown? In which case do you?
I think they're definitely playing for the touchdown, but that pass would have opened it up. I think they could run the ball now and gain a few yards and get closer to the goal.
Well, that's what I mean. That really was my question. You think they go for it on 4th, in which case they look at this as a 2-play scheme. Here we go. Rivera again. He's going to throw it out into the flat. We got a stoppage of play. I think the referee was trying to stop it before the snap. That probably means
For the
it's
snap,
against.
timeout green.
Oh, coach called timeout again before the snap. I think the play was designed to go out to the flat to Perez.
Getting underthrown, but I think the quarterback is looking at the field, and he doesn't want to throw an interception. So he's not going to throw it high. He wants to throw it low. He wants it so that his receiver and his receiver alone can catch the ball. Both those passes were low and inside. Hard to catch it when you're running and it's low.
Yeah. There we see the cheerleaders. We'll see them again at halftime. The referees huddling up as the Mustangs huddle up on their side of the field and the Tigers on theirs. Linden heads back out. Mustangs break their huddle. Led back out on the field by Mark Roach. He's going to go left on this along with Angel Ruiz. Rivera and Richardson in the I. Out of a shotgun. Rivera now in trouble. Immediate pressure. He scrambles and gets it up, back up the middle. I think he'll pick up a couple, get it down to a, looks like the, on the 4-yard line. That's what it looks like from here, but I've been wrong on this before. So
they blitzed him. Hamilton ran right through the line on the left-hand side.
Let's see what they're. Now I think they're going to bring in Mazzara to come in to try the field goal attempt. His last one was 31 yards. This one will be, let's see where he'll put it down. It's 16. I'm sorry, that's the 14. So a 24-yard attempt here. Snap is back. And we're going to stoppage of play. See what that is about.
Dead ball, false start on the offense.
Another false
5 yards, fourth down.
That'll push it back 5 more yards. Tell you, these false start penalties are really become a bit of a challenge here for the Mustangs. They keep pushing themselves back and making their task harder. Angel Ruiz is the holder.
29-yard field goal now.
There's the snap. Kick is up. Lots of leg, and it is good. So Mazzara connects from 29 yards with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half. And we got ourselves a game.
Well, we're basically one score away from tying it with a 2-point conversion. But it'd be interesting to see if they can stop Linden now. I don't think that they want to kick it to Moses' feet if he's deep. Or McClick.
Yeah. So the good kickoff return by Perez. The roughing the kicker penalty, and then ultimately the 29-yard field goal by Mazzara takes the Mustangs to a score and cuts the deficit to 8. So it's a 1-possession game as we get set for the kickoff by JFK with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Phil Hall, Craig Coughlin from JFK High School on homecoming night, Phil.
Yes.
Are you nominated to be the king of the home?
I'm going to yield to you, Craig.
Mazzara will kick off. That they've squibbed it all along, back deep. Let's see what they do again. Yeah, this time they kick it a little bit longer into an unoccupied space, but it gets a Linden bounce, but inside the 40. So that's going to be the toughest field position for Linden. Let's see where they mark it down.
They know how dangerous it can be to kick it to one of their...
Yeah, they've avoided like the plague kicking it deep, but they, to your earlier points, Phil, the first 2 times they've had to kick off, they squibbed it short, very short. And that resulted in the Tigers starting with field position at around the 40.
When you're a kicker and you have a leg, it's hard for you to not kick
get a penalty on that one.
At the spot of the foul,
It's on the Mustangs.
plus 5 yards, first down.
So they do it to themselves again. Another foul on the Mustangs. They didn't hear what the call was. He said at the spot of the foul, as you all probably heard at home. But it takes the ball up to the 45-yard line. So again, this is their third possession, all of them right around the same spot.
Great field position again for Linden.
Linden has all of its times out. They swing it into this flat. Lots of room to run and now pull down. Somebody on JFK was hurt. That was Samja Irvin. Hurry up offense now by Linden. Linden does have all their timeouts, and with their explosive nature, Phil, they've got lots of time here. 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Clock was stopped now.
It was Justin
2:04 underway.
Justin Calderon on the tackle.
Thomas going to keep it himself, goes up the middle, picks up about 2 or 3, and then gets driven back by the interior of the Mustangs line, led by number 33. We've called his name a lot, Yusuf Abdalal. Thomas looks for the size from the coach. Taquan Thomas, 6 foot, 160-pound junior. A little bit high, swings it out into the flat again. Little room to run there by Rajoon Charles Evans. A lot of weapons on the on that Linden sideline.
He's spreading the ball out. You're absolutely right.
Clock continues to run as they move the change. Linden with the ball. It's the Mustang 26. Thomas gets a little pressure, has to do a bit of a dance, then throws it complete. And now driven out of bounds, I think just short of the first down marker was Irving.
But again, Linden moving the ball extremely well. They started out on the 45-yard line, their own.
Linden calls its first timeout. Good idea there. 57 seconds to go. They're a little bit discombobulated. It's a technical term of art, discombobulated.
Well, I'll tell you that Thomas has a great deal of confidence throwing the ball.
He does. Mustangs haven't gotten a ton of pressure. One time they did, he had to scramble around. We see Michael Henderson, coach of the Mustangs.
When you can open up the field like that and then pass the ball off to Moses or someone of that nature with that kind of speed.
And like you said, he has spread it around, right? Moses has gotten the ball. Thomas has run the ball. McClintock he's thrown to. Booker had the big run earlier. Hamilton, Donick, Irving, Evans. They've gotten 6 or 7 guys have touched the ball for Linden. Out to the flat again. This is number 8, Donick, who scored the touchdown, the first touchdown of the game for Linden. This time he gets all the way down to about the 2.
Just inside that 5-yard line.
Alex Donick. He's now just
Throwing the
The
ball.
result was a first down. We have timeout for White. That's their second
Linden
timeout.
takes its second timeout with just 49 seconds to go, but they are knocking on the door right here, Phil.
But Craig, what they're doing is throwing the ball out to the flat. So the defensive line is swinging over to cover, and then he runs back towards the middle and it's wide open.
Yep. Yeah, let's take a look at that again. To your point, he throws it out here in the flat. Donick now goes right back up the middle, and look, there's nobody there. To your point, Phil.
And it's almost like
it's
almost like a screen, but it's to the side.
He gets down to about the 2.5.
My guess is we'll continue to lead on the team.
49 seconds to go. They're looking to
Plenty
score.
of time. They only have 1 timeout left now, so it's 2.5 yards away from the goal line. Well, they actually got a better spot, did the Mustangs, than they might have. Ball was right about that goal mark, the 2.5 mark. Anyway, here's a lineup not in the thing, but they give it to Donick, and he scampers in for the touchdown. Alex Donick gets his second touchdown of the game with 44 seconds to go.
Basically walks in untouched. So the extra point coming up. They had 3 men in the backfield, and both of them ran and protected Donick as he was going through. They really had it completely covered.
Jimenez on for the extra point. Taquan Thomas is the holder. Good snap. Kick is up, and it is good. Looks like he's got some leg, too. So the Mustangs the Tigers kick the extra point, and it's 21-6.
Here we go. Here's that touchdown again, Greg. 6 and 7, block form, wide open. He walks in untouched.
Yep. Second touchdown of the game for Donick. One for 2 yards, one for 3 yards, and one run in the middle. Yeah, you look at that sky behind us there, Phil. Look at that beautiful picture.
No question about it.
It looks like a little like Hawaii there.
I was just going to say that.
With that tree, although it's fall here in New Jersey. Oh, really?
A beautiful night
now
for
it looks
football.
more autumnal and less
looks more like
Hawaiian.
Jersey.
Yeah. But a beautiful sky on this night, and we all expect a lot of rain tomorrow as Hurricane Ian makes its way up the coast after devastating the people in Florida. Thoughts and go out to them as well.
Great shot
Some
by
of those pictures are really frightening.
Oh, no question. Great shot by our cameraman on local channel 35.
They'll squib it when we get a whistle. Let's see what we got. It looks like it's going to be against Linden. My guess would be they were...
False start on the kicking team.
There we go.
We're going to move it back 5 yards and re-kick.
So Perez has earned the respect of Linden. They don't want to kick it deep to him after that great return the last time. They tried to squib this one. And I recognize it's the end of the half, and so they want to just have him fall on the ball. But Perez made a great run back the last time, and this will push Linden back even further. They'll kick it now from their 35. Referee tries to catch the ball.
Here it is to kick off. Ruiz and Gabe Perez deep for the Mustangs.
Ruiz and Perez back deep for JFK. And squib it again. Off the hands of a Mustang player, and let's see, Linden thinks they got it. Coming flying in there was number 20 for Linden. That's Jimenez, the kicker. It bounced off the hands. I think it was Roche.
Mustang had it.
But he went back and got it himself. So good play by Mark Roche. And the Mustangs will have it with just 39 seconds to go. Let's take another look at that. It kicks it. It's squibbing, and it's a football. Bounces off his hands. Looking around, has to get oriented. You see, I think that's the other kicker come flying in. But nice play there to recover. That was Zachary Tyler, I'm sorry. Zachary Tyler, number 20 for the Mustangs. So they've got 39 seconds to go, Phil. Do they take this 21-6 deficit into the locker room, or they're going to try and make something happen? We'll see in a minute. It looks like they're going to try and get something done here.
They're going to probably throw a pass.
Vera hands it off up the middle. Goes Manny Perez Chiano.
Now that's what they were doing in the first set of drives that they had. That they were moving the ball 3, 4, 5 yards, and they moved all the way down to the all the way down the field and kicked the field goal.
Oh, that's right.
But they don't have the time to do that now.
They got 3 yards. They got one timeout left, but the clock is running down. 14 seconds to go. I think that's going to be it for the first half. Mustangs now going to break the huddle. And that will do it for the first half. So
That is the end of the first half.
With the score, 21-6.
yeah, tough touchdown late at the end of that first half against, by Linden has made this one more lopsided. And it looks, it's a closer game than this. So you'll want to stay with us, everybody. We're going to show you the homecoming activities. We're going to show you the bands and the cheerleaders. And then we're going to have a fine half of football when you get back. So stay with us, everybody.
Varsity Mustangs another big round of applause. Our 2022 section leaders are Mercy Jacob, Mark Henry, and Quincy Patel.
Our 2022 drum captains are Arthur O'Connor and Arushi Gaikwad. Our 2022 guard captains are Gia Patel and Julianne Cruz. And a special shout out to our band director, Mr. Josh Cabrera, for his birthday.
Our homecoming ceremonies. Our first candidate is Roshni Oneja, and she is escorted by Gervin Dahar. Roshni's school activities and achievements include senior class president, varsity tennis captain, electrical team captain for robotics, National English Honor Society, academic team, student council, jazz band, pit orchestra, district honors band, American Cancer Society, and New Jersey High School Democrats. After graduation, Roshni plans to attend a 4-year university and pursue a bachelor's degree in political economy. In her spare time, she enjoys watching Gossip Girl, baking, and hanging out with her best friends. Being nominated for Homecoming Queen makes her feel thankful towards her friends and teachers that nominated her, as they have been so formative throughout her high school experience. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to midfield, Roshni Oneja and her escort, Gervin Dahar. Our second candidate, Rita Kadri, and she is escorted by John Ramos. Rita's school activities and achievements include being an active member of Key Club, Student Council, American Cancer Society, Wevolve, Guitar Club, and Heroes and Cool Kids. Rita is also in both National Honor Society and National English Honor Society. She writes for The Torch and plays on the girls' tennis team, in which she is captain. She's also co-president of the JFK Chorus. After graduation, Rita plans to study political science and journalism at a 4-year university. In her spare time, she enjoys annoying her friends, playing tennis, singing, and eating Taco Bell. Being nominated for Homecoming has been such an incredible, valuable, and memorable experience, and Rita is grateful for the teachers and peers that brought her this far. She wishes the other candidates the best of luck. That's our second nominee, Rita Kadri and her escort, John Ramos. Third up tonight is candidate Ashley Kish, and she is escorted by Giovanni Maglione. Her school activities and achievements include being an active member on the girls' bowling team, in which she is captain. She also does stats for the wrestling team. After graduation, Ashley plans to attend culinary school and open her own restaurant someday. In her spare time, she enjoys cooking, dancing, singing, bowling, shopping, and spending time with the people she loves. Being nominated for Homecoming Queen by her classmates and peers is something that she will always remember and cherish for the rest of her life. That's our third candidate, Ashley Kish, and her escort, Giovanni Maglione. Our fourth candidate is Caitlin Tikas, and she is escorted by Christian Simos. Her school activities and achievements include National Honor Society, captain of the varsity cheer team, member of treble choir, Heroes and Cool Kids, Safety Ambassadors Club, Key Club, Student Council, and the Spring Musical. After graduation, Caitlin plans to attend college to double major in history and elementary education. In her spare time, she enjoys spending time with friends and family, volunteering with children at her church, going to the beach, and reading. Being nominated for Homecoming Queen has shown her the family we have here at JFK. Caitlin would like to thank her parents, school staff, and fellow classmates for this great opportunity. That's candidate number 4, Caitlin Tikas, and her escort, Christian Simos. And our final candidate is Kushi Shah. Kushi is escorted by drum major Tariq Ali. Her school activities and achievements include marching band color guard, spirit cheerleading, American Cancer Society, Key Club, Student Council, and Heroes and Cool Kids. Kushi also has been dancing for 10 years and is a teacher's assistant at her dance school. After graduation, she plans to attend a 4-year college and study business, specifically healthcare administration. In her spare time, she enjoys spending time with friends and family, as well as taking long naps. Being nominated for Homecoming Queen is not only for her, but for those that represent her. She is standing here today because of the people who have shaped her into the person she is today. Kushi thanks everyone for their love and support. That's our 5th and final candidate, Kushi Shah, and her escort, Tariq Ali. Let's have a nice round of applause for all of our candidates. And welcome back to our 2021 Homecoming Queen, Anusha Nayak. Come on, you can give her a nicer round of applause than that. Thank you. Okay, our runners-up in random order are Rita Kadri, Roshni Aneja, Kushi Shah, our first runner-up is Ashley Kish. And our 2022 Homecoming Queen is Caitlin Tikas. Congratulations to all these young ladies, Rita Kadri, Roshni Aneja, Kushi Shah, Ashley Kish, and Caitlin Tikas. And thanks again to our homecoming queen from last year, Anusha Nayak, for coming back and helping us with the ceremony this year. A special thanks to Mrs. Bjorndal, who organizes homecoming every year, and to our pinch hitter tonight, Mrs. Sinkowitz, who helped out this evening.
And welcome back to everybody as we get set for the start of the second half. Craig Coughlin, Phil Hall, happy to be with you on a Friday night in Island. The Mustangs come back, Phil, to a 21-6 deficit.
Craig, I'll tell you, I think what JFK is missing, their leading rusher is Gio Maglione, and he was actually escorting one of the young ladies out for homecoming, and he has a knee injury. So when you have your leading rusher out, that takes a little bit away from the offense that was starting to pick up. Now, defensively, they still have to do the job. They have to stop Linden. That's going to be difficult to do. They have a bunch of running backs, and again, I think you mentioned it best. They kind of spread that ball around. And you have a lot of people, a lot of threats on offense for Linden, so they're going to have to do something. The interesting thing is Evan Richardson, also a senior, he leads the team with tackles. He has 54 tackles in the 5 games.
And another script kick as they stay away from the return folks from JFK, but scooped up there by Anthony Perez Jr., who runs it around to the far side, and he'll get it out to the 35, and that's where the Mustangs will go to work as they start the second half. Mustangs looked good in the first possession of the game. They drove down and they got a field goal, the 31-yarder from their kicker, who has shown some real leg, Diego Mazzara. They did a good job at getting Linden off the field. They got the kickoff to start the first half. The first play was about a 35-yard game, but after that they really stiffened, went down, scored the field goal, and then held Linden really until about 40 seconds to go in that first quarter. It was just a 3-0 Kennedy lead. Rivera takes it, hands it off to Richardson as we start the second half.
And Rick, recently, one of the things that they have done is picked up their defense, so they haven't allowed as many points scored. But again, they need to generate offense to win a game. Defense wins games, but you got to have some offense.
Player is hurt on the field for JFK. I couldn't see where it was. I think it may be 20. No, it's number 33. Yusef Abdalal. We've called Yusef's name a number of times. He's really been an active player. A smile on his face.
Yeah, he's limping off, but it looks like it's one of those injuries. Maybe he can just walk off.
See, so Coach Henderson there walking off. You know, Linden has shown an explosiveness in addition to throwing the ball around. They've made some big plays on I think it was a 3rd and a 16 there. They completed a pass for about 30 yards that kept them in that game. So they've shown some offensive skills. I think the formula for Kennedy is to do what they did in the first drive. You know, take some time, keep the ball on the ground. Although they've thrown the ball fairly effectively, they just haven't thrown it very often. But if they pick them up, as you had said, Phil, 3- and 4-yard gains each time, they're going to be able to do it. They go to the air this time, though, throw it down the sidelines intended for Angel Ruiz out of bounds. He was getting pushed a little bit. He's looking for the flag, as every receiver, whoever goes out to catch a pass. But they need to run that clock and get it in the end zone. They haven't been able to finish. They had 2 drives where they could have scored touchdowns. They ended up with field goals. And not being able to finish has been a problem for them.
And I think not having Gio Maglione there in the red zone could be one of the problems.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Richardson has been effective, but if that's who they're going to go to, then the defense is going to really kind of
3rd and 10. They throw it over the middle, tipped.
Yeah, the defense is really going to kind of target him, and they've been stopping him. That's been the problem.
Miles Hamilton got his hand on the ball for Linden, and so the Mustangs will have to punt. Not a great start to their second half. While we were away, I hope you all watched. We saw the cheerleaders and the bands perform, and congratulations to Caitlin Tikas, who was selected as the homecoming queen tonight. So, Caitlin, congratulations.
And well deserved. She's very active in the high school and in the community. She has a great future ahead of her. Love to see that.
My recollection serves me. I think she wants to. She's double majoring in history and education. So she'll be a history teacher someday. We'll see her on the float at the holiday parade.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense. Right. 5 yards, fourth down.
Still stays fourth down as it was 4th and 10. As is the tradition, each of the high schools here in the township have floats with their homecoming kings and queens aboard during the holiday parade. So we will see Caitlin there.
She'll represent the queen well.
Richardson is also the punter. Again, he gets a good high kick. It's muffed by Thomas. And the ball is loose on the field. Let's see.
I think Linden got the ball, Craig.
JFK is signaling they have it. Let's see.
Mustangs think they have it.
Haven't seen a signal from a referee yet.
Trying to signal that
Yeah,
The Kennedy player says they got it, and they do.
Yeah.
So a good break for the Kennedy players, or for Kennedy High, as Thomas muffs the punt. I didn't see who recovered it. Here it is again. Coming in, he just bounces right off his hands, rolling around. Oh, there it is. Yep. That's a great replay, by the way. Thank you very much, guys. Terrific replay of that game. We would have had to show that to the referees if they'd gotten the call wrong.
Thomas tried. I thought he had it.
Yeah, I think he caught it up a little high and probably hit his pads as he went. So the Mustangs have the ball on the Linden 38 as they get a break on the muff punt.
It's one of the few mistakes Linden has made.
Richardson gets maybe a yard on that play.
Linden had great penetration. They pushed the line back, and he really had no place to go.
Yeah, Richardson says it all right there. He gets up and says, I don't know. Mustangs got a break in the first half, which led to their second field goal when Richardson, with a roughing the kicker
yes,
penalty.
15 yards.
15 yards on a first down on fourth down, obviously. Mustangs break the huddle. There've been a number of false starts, and he almost got one there again. I mean, that was intended for Perez, incomplete. That was a play they ran effectively. They ran it from the other direction, right? They ran it from left to right. That was effective. They've had 2 effective pass plays, have the Mustangs, right? There was that one play, and then one down along the sidelines, I think, to Angel Ruiz. Remember, he caught it right at about the 2. You and I thought they got a bad spot on that. They marked it at the 5.
Yeah, he had Hamilton open in the flat. I was surprised he didn't go to him. That was across the middle, but let's see what they come up with now.
Tight formation now.
McClintock in the backfield.
Pass intercepted right to Booker.
That's Kadir Booker. He's going to come up with a turnover. Linden's going to take
He's overthrown and right into the arms of Kadir Booker, who was just waiting there. He didn't even have to move. So a tough break for the Mustangs, and that's their first turnover of the game, following the turnover by Linden on the missed punt, muff punt. Let's take a look at that again. Herrera has time. He lofts it out there and overthrew Perez right into the arms of Kadir Booker, who was waiting to catch it. So Linden gets it now. 1st and 10 at their own 21. Thomas is going to keep it. He's got lots of room to run. He bursts up the middle, and
he's going to break free.
and all the way out to the 43.
If he had broke free, that would have been it.
He was a couple of steps away from a touchdown.
He certainly was.
Taquan Thomas with the 20-yard run. They mark it at about the 42, 21-yard run. So an interception and a 21-yard run, and next thing you know, the Mustangs are back on the ropes a little bit here. Thomas takes the snap, throws it out. That's complete to McClintock. He battles across midfield down to about the 47-yard line. Linden's on the move.
Again. Again, with the threats that they have, it's hard to stop them. You can't focus or kind of target one or two players. Not only do they have the running backs and the wide receivers to receive the ball, but then you got to watch the quarterback.
I agree.
So Moses is in the backfield again with Thomas.
Thomas has lots of time. Now he's forced out of the pocket. Looks downfield, decides to turn it upfield himself, and runs out of bounds short of the first down at about the 41-yard line. So good pressure that time by Kennedy. Forced Thomas to move. And that'll bring up second and about 3. Second and 3. Kennedy looks a little out of place right now to settle in. Thomas calls the signals. This time he gives it to Moses right up the middle. He's got room to run. Breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, and then finally with a touchdown saving tackle is Gabe Perez. Love to see that run again. I mean, Moses just explosive as he found some room right down the middle, broke a tackle, hurdled a tackle, and then Gabe Perez brings him down. Let's take a look at this again. Simple play, just a straightforward handoff, lots of room, and now watch him explode. Breaks that tackle, and we'll go back to live play. Thomas going to keep it himself this time. He fights his way up the middle inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line.
So Thomas takes a handoff, and it looks like he's going to hand it off to the back who's running the opposite way. Right. The line shifts, it opens a hole, and Thomas takes advantage of it. Gained about 5 yards.
He did.
This time
inside
he gives
handoff here to Hamilton. He goes around the outside, the flag on the play. I don't think he got in the end zone. Where he's out. Let's see who the penalty's against.
Linden seems to
holding, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay, second down.
This is a break for JFK.
Yeah, it is a break. 10 yards from the spot of a foul in high school. So it takes it way back. It'll be second and looks like 15.
Yeah, 14, 15.
Going to throw it out in the flat now, intended for McClintock, but the pass was a little bit high. Good defense there by number 10 for the Mustangs. That was Mark Roche right there to break that up. Pass was a little bit high. McClintock couldn't get up and get it. And so that'll bring up 3rd and 15.
Mark Roach leads the team in sacks.
Here we go. Big play for the Mustangs here. They need to try to get them off the field, at least hold them to a field goal attempt. So little bit high in the snap. Thomas rolls right, throws intended for Booker in the corner, and that's a touchdown.
Excellent pass, excellent coverage.
Actually, it wasn't Booker. It was Irving.
Nobody else but Samaj Irving, his favorite.
You couldn't have thrown it any better than that.
No. Perfect pass to Siraj Irving. 6:41 to go.
Right to the corner of the end zone at the beginning, right on the 1 yard line, took it right in.
Jimenez on for the extra point attempt. Snap is back, your kick is up, and it's good. So Linden takes a 28-6 lead on the touchdown pass from Thomas to Irving. Take another look at the touchdown. Rolling, looks for him, finds him, makes a nice catch in the corner. Yep, got both of them down. I think he only had to get one down in high school.
And he was covered pretty much.
He was. It was terrific coverage. It was just, he was a little taller.
Yes, and he threw it a little high.
Yep. Irving is 5'11", but he went up and got it. 5'11" sophomore. Nice play by him on the 16-yard touchdown pass. Now the Mustangs in the real hole.
I'm interested to see if they kick it deep or try to.
We'll see. They did the first time. Perez made a terrific return of that kick, and then they've squibbed it ever since. Not necessarily going to go deep. Perez will get it this time at about the 15. He's out to the 20. About the 25, splits a couple of defenders, falls forward to about the 28-yard line. And that's where the Mustangs will go to work, trailing 28-6. If they ever needed a drive, it's right now, Phil.
Well, they need to drive, but they need to score once they get into the red zone.
You're right.
I mean, you know, because if you go down there and you get 3 points and then they get the ball back, quarter's going to be over. You're going to go into the fourth quarter down 28-9, and you still got 3 scores.
Yeah, the mountain's getting a little high. But let's see what Coach Henderson can come up with. Playing a little short-handed, as you say. He's done a good job of keeping his Mustangs in the game without their leading running back. And you made a great point earlier talking about the fact that probably affected them greatly in the 2 drives where they could have scored. Imagine if he had been there and this was a 28-14 game, it would have a whole different feel.
Imagine your leading rusher not being there in the red zone.
So Richardson's done a fine job in substitution, or I suspect he catches the ball a lot. That pass, I think, might have got tipped. It was intended for Perez, but I think it may have gotten tipped. Came out kind of wobbly.
They're getting pressure from Linden, but I think Coach Henderson sees that the middle is wide open, so Perez is going out and then coming back, but that ball was thrown quick because of the pressure, and it was incomplete.
And that is 2 men in the backfield. Handoff to Richardson. He kind of stumbled as he got, or fumbled it a little bit as he got it, but he maintained possession and just powered forwards. That's a nice run by Evan Richardson.
Certainly was, and he did fumble, but again, you mentioned he recovered it. Great recovery, especially when you're on the run.
Let's give him 6 on that play, and that'll bring up 3rd and 4. But he did a lot of that himself. He just kept driving forward.
Kept moving his feet. Third and 4, 1 man in the backfield.
Let's see what they do. Looks like passing, and I think.
Looked like it's
Dead
on
ball,
defense.
ball start on the offense. 5 yards, third down.
The Linden players stunted and got the JFK, I think it was Richardson, to run forward also. That's got to be the 4th or 5th false start penalties for JFK. And they've come at pretty inopportune times. I guess there's never a good time for a penalty, but they've kept some drives alive. And then something like this, now they make it, instead of 3rd and 4, they got 3rd and 9.
Which could force you into a pass play, and just what they do.
Will gets pressure from the outside, gets the pass away. Richardson was being held, it looked like it, but it's intercepted.
Held and pushed. I was very surprised.
Booker with his 2nd interception of the night. Oh, I'm sorry, his 1st interception. I'd like to see that again. I think there was, you know.
A lot of holding and pushing.
Let's take a look at this again.
I could be a little biased, Greg, but
me too. Gets hit as he throws, so wobbles a bit. You see, look, the guy's pushing him away. He doesn't have a chance to go back and do it. I think. Yeah, it's probably a fan's perspective. Oh, he did run him off the ball. So another turnover by JFK with 5:03 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
That defensive unit once again comes up big, forces the pressure, and Booker comes up with a pick. They take over at the 42. There's the fake handoff.
Linden here with a chance to really put this game away.
He's tackled in the backfield.
Thomas gets tackled by Roach for no gain.
in the backfield. It's a great.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here we are in the background. Phil? There's the cheerleaders. We saw them perform at halftime. How good are they?
Very good. And the enthusiasm is incredible.
Here comes Hamilton again. Built up a head of steam, but it was a nice play there by the Mustangs to bring him down. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Mustangs with a chance now to get Linden off the field. They got some speed on that Linden team, boy. You see Hamilton coming around the corner. He builds up some good speed as he turns it upfield. So that was a nice defensive play there by JFK.
It certainly was.
Let's see what they do now. Let's see if the Mustangs bring some pressure. They're showing blitz, and here they come. A little bit high on this snap. Thomas catches it, pulls it down, and just gets past it. Well, not just. Goes a couple of yards beyond the 1st down marker. So it looked like a broken play there, Phil.
It did. Thomas impresses me, though. That was definitely a broken play. It was high. He fumbled it, caught the ball. He had no other alternative but to run or fall, and he ran. He got the 1st down. So he can run, he can pass.
JFK pressure was successful on that play.
Yes.
But they couldn't get there in time. And it's a new set of downs for the Tigers. Here comes the inside handoff again. Let's see who that is. That is number 11, Evans. June Charles Evans. 2nd time. I think it's only the 2nd time he's touched the ball today. Evans is a senior. 5'2", 145 pounds. Got a good solid 5 on that one. So that will bring up 2nd and 5 from the 42. And the snap a little bit high. That is number 9 in at quarterback now. That's Tyrone Hinton. He took the snap. Hinton stopped just short of the 1st down marker, so it'll bring up 3rd and 2. We get inside the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Linden in control, Phil.
Yeah, basically they've been in control since the onset, but I thought Kennedy was putting up a pretty good fight in the first 2 drives.
As I said, Hinton's now in that quarterback. He's just a sophomore, 5'10", 200 pounds. Quarterback, linebacker.
Dead ball, false start, offense, 5 yards, third down.
So that make it 3rd and 6. Little bonus for the
Where'd my flag go?
Mustangs.
Well, Thomas is only a junior, so he's going to be there next year too.
Yeah. Number 19 in Shrekon Zachary in now for Linden. They're playing a lot of different guys there. There's number 12, Jawan Lee. We've heard his name, I called his name before, but he hasn't been in much. So it's going to nice tackle, nice open field tackle there by, let's see who that is. Number, I think it's 18. Yeah, number 18 for JFK. That's Lee Toban.
Irving on the catch.
Irving made the catch short of the first down, well short of the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th and 6. Let's see what Linden chooses to do. They're going to go for it. It's right in that zone where you probably do go for it, although it's a long first down. But Linden has shown the ability to get yards in bunches. Hinton going to keep it himself, powers forward. He's got room, he's got the first down and more. 1-10 to beat, and tackle from behind. Nice play there to save a touchdown by number 11. That's Perez. Gabe Perez caught him and brought him down inside the 5. So on 4th and 9, or 4th and 7.
I love that JFK didn't give up on the play.
Yeah, Perez did not give up.
So Hinton takes the ball, he takes it himself, goes through the left side, but towards the middle, wide open, gets a great block there, and then they're still going after him. Misses another tackle.
That will do it for the end of the third quarter.
Now,
Linden knocking on the door again.
Now again, Linden is 2-2, but let's keep in mind that they lost to Rahway only by 1 point.
Okay.
And they lost to Colony by 3 points. Neither one of those are bad teams.
Yeah, 4 points, and they're 5, 6 points away, I guess.
Right, and they shut out Woodbridge, and they shut out Perth Amboy. So their defense is not as, they're no slouches on defense either.
No.
And they lost to 2 great teams.
Yeah, Colonia's having a fine year this year.
Yes. But it is amazing if you have one player that makes such a tremendous difference offensively,
right,
with the team. But if it's a running back or a quarterback or a wide receiver, it makes a big. Hey, you know what? In all honesty, the linemen too. If you don't have a great lineman to block for you offensively, there's nothing you can get done with the running back.
There we see the band, the JFK marching band. You saw them at halftime. They're terrific. Here we go. First and goal. Hinton mishandles the thing, but hands it off to number 11. That is Rajon Charles Evans, who walks into the end zone for the touchdown. And Linden takes a 34-6 lead. Just the start of the fourth quarter. And it's with a 7-yard touchdown. Jimenez in for the extra point. He missed his first. He's made him everything else, and he makes this one. No,
it's off to the right.
So it's going to be 34-6 in favor of the Tigers.
So the extra point try fails, and the Mustangs will get it again. Let's take a look at this touchdown. He makes it look easy. Mishandles it a little bit, and then nothing but room for Evans, and he jogs into the end zone to give the Tigers a 34-6 lead.
So JFK's defense is fluttering a little bit. That's the second time that we had a running back just walk through, basically, untouched.
Summit.
3 straight touchdowns now for Linden.
Last 3 possessions.
Yeah,
right?
it was 14-6 when JFK kicked the field goal with 2:20 to go in the first half. So they almost went into halftime, you know, in a place within hailing distance. But the Tigers were able to score with just 44 seconds left in the first half. They marched the ball downfield pretty effectively, and then the second half has been all Linden.
You know, there are things that motivate players to play. Number 1, self-pride. But number 2, Linden has a lot to be motivated for.
Yeah,
so they might even be playing a little bit above their heads. But that being said, they are an extremely well-coached team. They got a lot of athletes. They're very quick. They're very agile, very athletic. So that's causing a problem for JFK right now.
This one is a short kick. Takes a bounce at about the 25, bouncing around, picked up by Perez. He breaks a couple of tackles, makes his way out past the 30 to about the 34. Nice run by Gabe Perez.
Good setup shot in their own territory, close to around the 35-yard line.
But what I love about it is JFK is not giving up, indicative of the fact that they ran the quarterback down and stopped another touchdown.
Yep. Yeah, exactly
so,
right.
You know,
I mean, that's a tribute to Coach Henderson and his staff.
And the competitiveness of JFK football.
For sure, and to the kids who, you know, could easily say, look, it's 34-6.
Right.
Right, you're going to toss it in. But they haven't.
No.
And so
now it's about that competitive instinct kicking in and showing.
Right. New quarterback in the game now. That's number 10, Mark Roach. Keeps it himself, get hit hard and taken down. Right at about the line of scrimmage. Picked up a couple on the forward progress, and so it'll be 2nd and 8.
Tackled by Nathaniel Fripp.
So both teams have brought in the 2nd string quarterbacks. Mark Roche is a senior. Throws it out, intended for number 0, who is, no, I'm sorry, number 3. That was intended for Richardson.
Threw it over his head.
Yeah. First pass attempt of the game. $11 minutes even to go here in the game.
It's hard to come off the bench and start throwing, especially when you got to throw a touch pass.
Yeah, exactly.
Big play here for JFK, 3rd and 9.
Gonna throw it down the field. Intended along the sideline there for Angel Ruiz. Covered tightly by Linden. So the Mustangs will have to punt.
Punting team comes on for the Mustangs, and then Richardson will be in punt formation. Looks like number 11 Charles Evans.
Moses is in the game too. No, I'm sorry, that is not Moses. It is Evans back to kick, received the kick. Number 11. Richardson to punt. He stands at about his 22. He has a good height on his punt.
Certainly does.
Kicked at about the 38-yard line and then bounced forward out of bounds. And so let's see where they put it for Linden as they start their next drive. Ahead 34-6.
We talked about the adjustments initially by JFK, and I thought that it would be a better defensive game. But I think Linden made some adjustments too, and their offense was overwhelming.
But the band is still spirited, as you can hear. They have not stopped.
The cheerleaders either.
That's right. Another new quarterback with a penalty marker in his flag as he gives it to Evans, and he'll stop the play.
Thank you.
It's 5 yards, replay first down.
Penalties goes against Linden for thing. No, sorry, goes against JFK, 5 yards. Izzy Payne was in at quarterback. Yeah, there he is, number 14. Payne is a junior. Hands it off inside to Evans. He battles forward. He gets past the first down marker on into JFK territory. He's brought down at about the 47. Linden on the march again.
Must be nice to have 3 good quarterbacks on the team.
Yeah. Payne takes the snap, hands it off inside again to Evans, and we got a stoppage of play just as they get rolling.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5 yards, first down.
So now we're starting to get some penalties. The game moved along very smoothly in the first half. The teams were effective. There were no turnovers, not a lot of penalties. Except as we talked about earlier, that one roughing the kicker penalty, which was good for the Mustangs, kept that drive alive. But largely there weren't any penalties. This has been very choppy here in the second half. Payne out of the shotgun, takes it, hands it off, and stopped there nicely in the backfield by Mark Roach. And that'll bring up second and about 17.
Mark Roach is a great defensive player. He's all over the field.
Yeah, he said he leads the team in sacks.
Yes.
I got to think he's up there in tackles too. Along with Yusuf Abdelal, who got hurt. I don't see him back out on the field. He's been very active. Payne pulls the signal. He's a little bit high on this snap. He's going to keep it, go up the middle, and he gets brought down there by Roach again. So Roach playing his heart out is Mark. He's a senior. Third down. And 17 again. No gain really on that play. There's Abdul. He's back in the game, number 33 for the Mustangs. Payne has not put the ball in the air. Of course, this is just his first set of his first series, I should say. He was in there for a first down.
Is that number 27 in the backfield? No. 22.
Pressure by the Mustangs, and Roach is right there. Payne holding on and finally gets help from Abdullah, and down goes Payne for the first sack of the game for the Mustangs. They brought pressure, and inexperienced quarterback held on to it probably a little too long, and now it's going to bring up 4th and, let's call it the 23. Here comes the pressure right up the middle from Abdullah, and then from the side by Roach, and I'll meet you at the quarterback. Down he goes. Nice play by the Mustangs. Forced the punt.
Sometimes victories come in small packages, and a victory here would be to stop them defensively, and then move the ball down the field
and score a touchdown. And then play competitively for the rest of the game. So you're right, Phil. It's a process, a chance for the coaching staff to teach and see what happens.
Timeout, White.
And Linden now calls a timeout with 7 minutes and 1 second to go. I guess they just didn't have the right personnel on the field, because you wouldn't think they have certainly not played this game like they were trying to run up a score or anything. This is their third quarterback, so I think the coach just didn't like what he saw.
Well, 4th and 23. If Thomas was in there, the original starting quarterback, they would throw a nice pass out to the wide receiver and possibly make a great play.
Mark Roach along the sideline. He's played his heart out, number 10.
We mentioned him earlier. He's all over the field. He's a defensive beast.
A giddy up in the step of the Linden players as they take the field again. Perez and Ruiz back to receive the punt. Coach got a hand on him, but I'm going to let it bounce. Is JFK, and then it's down by number 44 for the Tigers. That's Andres Valley. And so JFK will go to work.
JFK takes a handoff and goes right up the middle. Ball was actually hiked to Mark Roach, who handed it off.
A little razzle-dazzle on that one. Sorry about that. It's working for a living.
Yes.
They won't let me do my games.
Now he's quarterbacking.
Well, he's done a yeoman's job on defense, so might as well keep him on the field, I guess, goes the theory. Takes the snap, hands it off. That's number 5, which is Manny Perez Quiano.
He's a sophomore, Greg.
Yeah.
He looks like he runs pretty well. He needs to get a little bit low. He's standing up too much, but could have picked up another yard putting his head down.
Yep. Gets it across midfield to about the 49-yard line.
This is the way Kennedy started out in the first drive, moving the ball.
There we go, another nice run there by Perez Quiano. Let's see if they give him just short of the first down. It's going to It's going to be 3rd and a yard. Clock winds down now, approaching the 5-minute mark in the game. As you pointed out, Phil, is a good opportunity for the Mustangs to use some younger players, like we talked about. Perez Quiñones is Quiñones is only a sophomore. Roach calls the signals and hands it off again to Perez Quiñones. He gets the first down, but you're right, he runs standing up. He got hit, fought forward, gave it a big second effort, and got the first down.
It's a big back, too.
I was just going to say, he looks like a big guy. And we're taking a look at the first down. He stands up high, but he is a big guy. Runs over number 32 and drags him for the first down. That's a great effort by Manny Perez Quiñones.
Coach comes in with another play from the sideline. Looks like Roach is explaining what he wants them to do.
Men in the backfield now for Roach. Gives it to Perez Quiñones again. He slips by another tackle and keeps powering forward. So he's showing some real effort there. And
that looked almost like a busted play. They were all,
I think it was.
Yeah, gathered together, and he just took the ball and ran with it, and he picked up 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah. Maybe even 5. So second down and let's call it 6. 5.5. Perez Quiñones is tall. He looks as tall as some of the linemen. So going to get another shot.
Right up the middle. He's going.
Keeps battling. He's a powerful runner. Gets it inside the 35.
Just short
about
of the first
34.
down.
Yeah, they should give him some progress there. So
yeah,
it should bring it up to 3rd and about 1. Quiñones been very effective.
Now that being said, we don't have all the first-string defensive linemen in for Linden either.
That's true, but he's been very effective.
Well, I like the way when he does get the ball, he keeps moving his feet.
He does.
Grinding forward, and he falls forward, which is really good.
And here he goes again. He's got some room on the outside. Nice, strong stiff arm. Still running and getting hit and powering forward. And takes the. Must took 5 Linden players to bring him down.
Certainly did.
So he's a powerful runner. He's like rumbling. Stiff arm here. Get out of my way. Nice, good stiff arm there. Still gets hit. 2 guys. 3 guys hit him now. He's still going for it. There's a 4th hit. And now the cavalry comes and finally it took 5 guys to bring him down.
He stiffed arm one and pushed the other one down.
Yeah. I want him to get the ball again just to see what he's going to do next. Minute 16 to go. Roach is going to keep it. They're going to give Perez Quiñones a break, and he's kind of power forward and falls backwards, getting up close to the first down again.
Craig, I have to be honest with you. I'd love to see this.
Yeah.
I really, really do. I love that JFK hasn't quit.
Yep.
I love that they're moving the ball forward.
Yep.
Showcasing Roach is another thing, and their sophomore running back.
Exactly. 37 seconds, just a couple of plays left here in today's action. So Linden will move to 3-2. The Mustangs will fall to 0-6.
And
long count here, and Roach pitches it back to Perez Chiano, who powers over the left-hand side, and he's finally brought down just around the 15-yard line. Let's take a minute, Phil, to thank our terrific crew here at Channel 35, our camera people, Animal Brandolfi, Adam Chinoy, Ron Wyatt, Will Rubiano, on graphics, Samantha Roth. Our replay director is Joe Fernandez, our engineer Bruno Martins, technical director Gina Forbes, and our director Lee Beckerman. Another great job by the Channel 35 crew, and that will do it. Phil, your thoughts?
Very quick, I just want to bring up that Kennedy's next game will be against Woodbridge on October 7th at 7 p.m. So I'd like for everybody to come out and see another rivalry game. It was a good game. I like what JFK did at the end. Obviously, Linden was a better team tonight, but I look forward to seeing JFK as we go forward, because I think they had some things that they can touch on to make the future games a little bit better.
Thank you, Phil. Good job. Mustangs had some chances, stuck in there early through the first half, and then it was just a little too much Linden for them. So that will do it for tonight. On behalf of Phil Hall, Craig Coughlin saying thanks for watching, everybody. Once again, the final score, Linden 35 and JFK 6. Thanks again. Bye-bye.